welcome to Stuck in Beta. We are a podcast. Hey, I'm Greg. With me is Josh and Josh. Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Hi, Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Man, so we're drinking Natty Daddy, and I'm actually surprised it's not too bad.
No, not at all.
We are kind of turn our nose at things like this, but figured let's give it a try, and
I'll be honest.
it's actually not too bad.
And I think you and I kind of
Don't be honest.
we shared.
Is your mic not working?
It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, mine sounds a little low too. We shared with. Well, we were talking over the weekend, you and I, Greg, and I think you have actually softened on your craft beer snobbery.
Well, yeah. Like I was talking. Yeah, I was talking. I went to. I was at Texas Roadhouse or whatever this weekend for dinner, and I'm like, just give me a Blue Moon, you know?
Yeah,
That's
and
not
it was
a bad beer.
and you really enjoyed it.
And I was like, man, this is actually I'm enjoying this, you know?
But a couple of years ago, like 2016, Greg would have
So-
been like, you don't have the latest from Urban Chestnut? Where's your Schlafly selection?
Well, I still like
He was
to
like that on the inside.
look. I think it's a little bit of that, but it's also a little bit of wanting to support the actual smaller guys, the local guys. You know, we got a lot of big beer companies, and let's
Who
support
owns Blue
them.
Moon now?
That's Miller.
Oh.
But I think it's also a little punk rock in me too. That was the same way with music, you know. A band is played on the radio, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I hate that band now. You know, like you liked them last week. Well, playing them all over the radio now.
You're a sellout.
Yeah, a sellout. Yeah, that was the word. I've softened on that a lot.
So Glenn Johnson says Natty Daddy is the best.
I'm not surprised Glenn says that.
Natural Ice is pretty good also.
Man,
Hey, there's Mike.
we
We haven't seen Mike in weeks.
what was the kind? No, it wasn't natural ice. Keystone Ice. Remember that?
Ice, and there was a Bud Ice.
Yeah. They all had an ice.
Oh my! I remember getting some hangovers from Keystone Ice.
Yeah.
Whew, that hurts.
That's not one you can drink more than a couple of.
No, that's a call in sick the next day type of.
Exactly.
So why did our little podcast pause here?
Did it? I don't know. Mine? Oh, on Facebook?
here
I
we
don't
go.
know. We got the circle. There it
Circle
goes.
of Death.
Maybe not.
Nope.
Live video interrupted. What interrupted it?
What happened?
It should resume.
We'll just keep talking.
No, it looks
It's
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. We're actually live on Twitch and YouTube as well. So if Facebook is kind of weird, you could always go to one of those. I think Facebook's having a little trouble today, or it could be my own stupid self that didn't hit.
How would we find ourselves on Twitch? I have no idea how that even works.
Go to Twitch, search for Stuck in Beta.
Huh. I'm going to try it right now.
Do you have any metrics on that?
No.
Okay.
And also YouTube, Stuck in Beta. Either Stuck in Beta or Stuck in Beta Podcast. So guys, you
Oh, there we are.
had your second audition, or
Yeah.
second, I guess, still an audition, right?
It's we could say that.
For a tech segment on terrestrial radio.
Yeah, terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. 590 The Fan in St. Louis, Frank Opinion Show.
How did that go?
Went well. Went
Yeah.
really well. Yeah.
I listened to last week and then this week, and did a lot more tech. You got a lot more phone calls this week. And
Yeah, I think I took like 4 or 5 phone calls.
yeah, and sounded pretty good.
I tell you, that's intimidating, though. Not knowing
Well, yeah,
what that call coming in is going to be.
because I'm in the tech industry as well.
What,
and
you are?
I am, yeah. If you didn't know, but people will come to you if you work on computers.
Oh, yeah.
People will come to you and ask you some things. You know exactly what they're talking about. Other times it's like, man, my computer is slow. Do you know why? You know,
Yeah, reboot.
there's so many different things it could be. You know, you can't just and you can't it's hard to just troubleshoot without seeing the computer, you know.
Yeah, no, without laying the hands, it's extremely difficult to do anything with.
I'm impressed with how quick you can come up with that stuff whenever they call in and ask you those questions on there. Very impressive.
It's first line or first entry into troubleshooting something. They got much past that first question, I'd probably be out of luck. I'd be clueless.
Yeah. Well, I tried that.
Yeah, sorry. Call back next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only get one answer.
Huh.
No, it's been good so far. It's interesting seeing behind the curtain. Any
like inclination of you getting this as a job or any
that's being discussed.
So
you're
in negotiations.
There's no real negotiations.
But you don't like. They all seem pleased with.
Yes,
you.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Of course. Why
now,
wouldn't they be?
I really have to say though that if we go back and listen to or watch the early episodes of Stuck in Beta, you weren't as sharp. So I think you owe us some level of credit here because
I've given you a little practice.
A long way. Yeah,
I'm here. Yeah. No,
eventually,
realistically, that probably has helped.
Well, yeah, just talking.
Right. Yeah, I have a problem talking.
No, you don't have a problem talking, but it's just getting used to filling air, you know?
Right. Well, and they're good about
helping. I'm not good at it. You're way better. Both of you are way better than me.
Hey, there's Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeffrey.
There's Annette.
And I don't know.
We got like 6 people. Holy smokes!
That's like
this is a little close to Frank Opinion.
Yeah.
Numbers.
About the same audience.
Right. Yeah. Probably the same people. Jeff probably listens to Frank. I know Annette did. Mike.
Mike. He said he can hear us. I'm back in the chat room, y'all. I adopted a dog 2 weeks ago and was under the weather. Back.
All right, Mike. Glad you're feeling better.
Yep.
That's great. So, man, on Sunday, that ended up being kind of a day we all met up. It started with just out of the blue. I wanted to go see the new Venom movie, which we'll discuss later, I guess. And after that, we went and decided to grab a beer while we were doing that.
Yeah.
You said,
come on over to the winery.
Come over to the winery. I'm right over here, so...
That was a very out-of-the-ordinary day for me. My wife really encourages that more now because I spend a lot of my time... Well, yeah, kind of. I spend a lot of my time like trying to be productive, and she's always saying...
Hanging with Lori.
You need to get out and hang out with your friends. You need to do this and you need to do that. And that was just... I mean, going to a 9:30 or 9:45 a.m. movie was like so weird.
Really early.
And then
old people?
No, not at all. But yeah, it was just really fun day. And then we hung out afterwards and watched football, and it was crazy.
Yeah, it really wasn't much of a game. Man, I guess the big thing that I had 2 beers at the restaurant that we went to, and then 1 beer over at the winery.
You only had 1?
I was hurting, man.
Were you really?
Yeah.
When?
My head was my head was hurting.
Oh.
You know,
From the beer?
I guess.
Huh.
I guess I'm not used to drinking 3. You know, what a...
Wow.
That's the new... Yeah, we were talking about that. That's totally... I mean, I'm in the same boat. Like, I can't... 2 is generally my limit now.
Wine does a number to me, and I was drinking wine.
Yeah, you guys were throwing back the bottles.
How were you the next day? Were you?
I was fine.
You were fine?
Later that afternoon?
I was fine.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess getting... It's either... Maybe it's because I do a lot of mixing of, I want to try this one. No, I want to try this one. I want to try that one. Maybe if I would stick with the same beer.
Normally mixing beer, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the same.
I would assume it would be fine.
I wouldn't think that would matter.
I wouldn't think it's not like grain alcohol in beer, but
Because I had 2 Oktoberfest and a IPA, so I don't know.
Probably the
that's a
IPA is
nasty
hurting your-
combination.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what they say?
that'll kill you.
IPA after stout.
You're gonna
Looking for
have
gout.
a bout. I don't think there's anything that says that. But you ended up going to Grant's Farm.
Yeah, I went to Grant's Farm for that Halloween stuff. So Grant's Farm is, what is that? I mean,
you
what
dress
is-
up?
How'd you describe Grant's Farm to somebody out of town?
Like a zoo.
We talked about it last week.
Did we?
It's a partial, like a zoo.
Still owned by the Anheuser-Busch family?
I believe so.
Yeah, and they still give free beer. Two 12-ounce beers.
Yep.
I mean, that's a
haven't
good
been there
size.
in a long time.
Went there after dark, rode the trolley through the park, and
Did
it
you
was
trespass?
It was Halloween.
It was Halloween.
thing.
They're open. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Took our little nephew with us, and yeah, I mean, not much to say about it. It was cool, a lot of lights, but nothing really too impressive, I guess. But they had the beer, and I had the Budweiser copper,
The
what was that
Jim
called?
Beam
Jim Beam.
copper
Yeah.
barrel aged.
And it was good.
See-
we gave it so much hate whenever we reviewed it, but it's grown on me.
But why'd you decide to hold your mic
Because
there?
you said I had to get on the mic.
Oh.
I learned this from being a professional now.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you do? You're like on it that close?
Yeah.
Nice and tight, huh?
You gotta be
nice.
2 inches
Ooh, man.
away.
2
I'm a
inches.
lot louder. The closer I get, I'm a lot louder.
Well, that's. How do you think I'm? You're like, why you got the mic?
Yeah, but you're like 6 inches away.
I am not.
Show you.
You're.
No.
But
Your
you were
zipper,
supposed to make your way to Grant's Farm, and you guys all chickened out, huh?
Apparently,
Thanks.
if it rains at 2 o'clock, that it's
Sprinkles are in the forecast.
we're
Well,
done.
you don't want to get wet.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, we ended up not going, but
Then your hair's messed up.
you actually said that it wasn't like
No.
you said it wasn't really anything special.
Is it
Oh,
crowded?
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
it was-
You
it
were
was
complaining
fairly-
about the line.
It was fairly crowded. It was definitely crowded to get out. Like everybody wanted to get in and do their thing and get out like as soon as possible. So the line to get on the tram to ride out back to the parking lot was like, oh my gosh, it was so long. It was wrapped around. I don't know. I couldn't believe everybody wanted to leave at once, and it
They
wasn't. Maybe they thought the storms were coming. I don't
8
know.
o'clock, time to
They
leave.
won't
Yeah.
let you walk from up there down to the lower level, will they?
I don't
Where
think
the
so,
train-
no.
Yeah, I think you have to take the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange thing. I mean, like Six Flags or the zoo or any of those places, you walk in, you're in the park.
Right.
That one, you got to get on a tram first to get there.
Oh, it's like Disney.
Yeah,
It's like Magical Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom's like that. Yeah, but I don't know. Just
It's different. It's a neat place though. I really like it a lot.
yeah. So, man, we're
Cruising right along.
cruising right along.
Interesting news.
So James Gunn, St. Louis's own. Remember, he was
Yeah.
fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
For making was it a racial joke or
comments like
it
15 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't racial. It was
Just off. I mean, yeah. Well, how would you
of
categorize
sexual nature.
I don't remember it.
that? Yeah, but it just wasn't funny. It was very like, I don't know.
Yeah.
very dark humor, I guess.
Very dark humor, and I mean, at the time, you can't say that he wasn't old enough to know better because
like
he
in a-
was 40 at that time. But he came off working for Troma Films, which they do all those. They're the B horror movies,
Yeah.
and they do a lot of that type humor in those. And I don't know.
Very inappropriate humor, like humor around like probably like sex trafficking or rape.
Yeah,
or,
Oh, is that what it? What it was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little. Anyway, Disney fired him for that. Well, now DC, the Marvel's rival,
Mhm.
has hired him on to write the next Suicide Squad.
Oh, interesting.
movie. So it actually would be a really good fit because
Yeah.
Suicide Squad is about a team of kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, just
Oh, yeah.
a team of misfits. These are a team of bad guys that get together to fight
Good guys?
an even bigger evil.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Suicide Squad
Did
is...
you not see Suicide?
No, I haven't seen that.
So...
It's got Will Smith, right?
Those are the...
Yeah.
Will Smith and Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Those are the two best things about Suicide Squad.
What are you saying? You find
like-
Will Smith attractive?
No, I'm saying that they're the good actors in that movie.
Gotcha.
Like, the movie is just kind of cheesy, and I liked really wasn't that good. So
Most DC movies, I'm that way with most DC movies.
you didn't like Wonder Woman, did you?
I did not like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I thought that was the one exception. I thought that was a good movie.
The amount of the amount of CGI in that movie early on turned me off for some reason.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to figure that from a superhero comic
Yeah,
book
but it was
movies.
like bad CGI. It wasn't. I mean, I know there's CGI in Marvel movies, but
right.
I don't know.
But anyway, this would be a good if he could write a good script for this.
Yeah.
And they say he may direct too. So
Did he direct the first Guardians or just did he?
he wrote and directed first and second. And he wrote the third, really. So I don't know if they'll use his script or what they'll do with it. So we'll see. It's kind of like maybe if he wasn't from St. Louis, maybe like, oh, this guy's just a scumbag. Maybe I'm kind of rooting for him because and I like his movies.
Yeah, both Guardians were good movies.
I like Dawn of the Dead. I like with Rainn Wilson.
Oh,
I don't know if it's his way of fighting crime is by hitting people with a big pipe wrench, But I don't know. I enjoyed it. So there's that. Hey, Halloween's coming up.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
3 weeks from today.
When did you guys stop trick or treating?
You're supposed to stop trick or treating?
Well, no, so I'm sure you were at school or whatever, and then, I'm going out trick-or-treating, every year. Then there's that one year, I'm too old for trick-or-treating,
I don't know if I should be embarrassed to admit this, but I'm pretty sure
3 years ago.
that I was 16.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I actually think I was like 15 or so, because I remember going over to my cousin's house, and another cousin, I went to their house, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm trick or treating." I got the
He's handing out the candy, and he's younger.
he's handing out candy. Yeah.
Well, I remember I had two friends that were, I think, 2 grades younger than me, and one of their moms was going to drive them, or all of us, to a larger subdivision where we could, do the whole sheets, the pillowcases. Yeah. And it's like, why would you not do that?
The rich subdivision to give out the full-size candy bars.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Parkton.
Yeah.
And, I think that I remember, some people finding us funny, some people finding us like, hey, you're taller than me. What are you trick-or-treating for? And, but, they gave us candy for the most part.
I think I was 12. I think.
So I bring this up because the interesting thing is in Virginia, they have a law in effect. If any person over the age of 12 years shall engage in the activity commonly known as trick or treat or any other activity of similar character or nature under the name whatsoever, he or she shall be guilty of a misdemeanor and shall be punished by a fine of not less than $25 nor more than $100, or by confinement in jail for not more than 6 months or both.
Give me a break.
That's excessive. I wonder what year that law was put into effect.
I don't know when it was put into effect, and I'm sure no police officer is gonna put a 13-year-old in jail. I mean,
that's crazy.
And here's the thing too: you're that age. How are they gonna know your age anyway? What are they gonna check your library card?
Right.
There's no. It's not like you're carrying around an ID at that age. Maybe a student ID,
I don't know
but
if you got facial hair.
I think times are way different now because my 12-year-old, I bet he hasn't been trick-or-treating in the last 2 or 3 years.
Really?
He just hasn't been interested in it.
Not real big on it either.
None of my kids, like, they all seem like, it seems like they all gave it up really young, and they had, like, no interest in it.
Because I love just going around with my friends, walking around and going around. I guess, well, it was more when your kids got older before they stopped trick-or-treating. Did you go around with them?
Yeah, I don't know that. I can't remember if. I don't think they ever went like by themselves or with like maybe like with each other. They went down the street.
I can't remember ever having a soup. Maybe my brother when I was like 5 or 6, but I don't remember
Really?
ever having a supervisor with me.
I remember whenever I was really young, like my mom going or my grandma.
We would go TPing when I got
older.
older.
Yeah.
Or the bars of soap, and you write things on
TP.
Well, bars of soap, writing something on people's windows. That's
washes off.
It washes off.
Direct curse words.
I know I've got when I was my brother's subdivision, I know my car got egged.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's...
and like because I went to reach for the the door handle going home, and I'm like, oh, what is that? And I noticed shells everywhere, and I went home and rinsed that off right away because come morning that'll bake in and just screw up your paint job.
But
no, we never did that.
Never did that, huh?
Nope. Not egg, anyway.
I don't remember if I ever did either. I remember doing some TPing.
Yeah, I've done that older, too.
Yeah?
Just friends we knew.
Yeah. We're going to your house and doing it this weekend.
Yeah. I got forked before in the front yard. Just a bunch of plastic forks sticking up all over the yard.
What's the point of that?
Just to piss me off and have me to go out there and pull up 200 forks out
at this house here?
Yeah, at this house.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Kids or someone else?
No, it was the neighbors on the street. I knew who did it.
It was awesome.
No, it wasn't you guys. I knew who did it, but it was funny because I was just it was probably a Saturday night and I had nothing to do, so I'm just laying on the couch watching TV, and I probably nodded off or whatever. And Chance, I had the dog. And he barks at everything. He looks out the window, barks at everything.
Yeah.
He must have been asleep in his bed too, because they didn't wake up for any, or he didn't wake up for anything. And I get up and there's crap drawn on my windows of my car.
Oh man.
Maybe some obscene.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Huh.
Body parts.
Yeah, body parts, and then then in the whole front yard is all forks sticking up.
Huh? Did you just run over them with the lawnmower?
No.
You pulled them all out?
Yeah, I had to pull them all out.
That'd have been a job for the lawnmower.
So yeah, Halloween.
Yeah,
trick or treat.
Good times.
Where are you taking Millie out trick or treating?
We'll be going to my in-laws' subdivision.
All right.
Yeah. She's got 4 costumes.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know.
So she's gonna go around 4 times.
No. So we're gonna have to pick.
It's like a Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah. We'll have a trunk or treat. We'll go to. We'll have a few other things. So maybe she'll get to wear the costumes at other things.
What's your costume?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Is the multiple costumes perhaps just in case there's another baby they're wearing the same thing?
No, I think it's because Molly went to the store and saw like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. But luckily 3 of them she bought from the Once Upon a Child, and they were like $2 each or something. They weren't that much. So
cool.
Fun times. Man, you want to try a snack?
Let's do it.
Sure. I'm really, we'll try this. Cashews! Wonder what this is going to taste like. Probably jalapeno, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to split this up?
I have no idea. I probably should have brought a knife or something.
Pull chunks off.
This is prickly pear jalapeno cacti.
Oh, so it probably tastes like prickly pear. Right?
I don't know. What's a prickly pear taste like?
I don't know. I've never had one, but it's big in Southwest cooking, I think.
What's a cacti taste like? It's really crinkly.
Yeah, it's a sugary cactus. I don't know.
You could bend down those two sides and it look like you're giving the finger.
There, you want to break off a...
I don't want anything near that big.
Well...
You're going to have the middle part. I'm going to try this little chunk over here.
So this says that is from the Cactus Candy Company out of Phoenix, Arizona.
It smells like rubber.
Oh, it does. It just smells like a tire.
It does. I'm afraid to eat it.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's hot.
God, this is terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh.
Oh, this is like not
Yeah.
candy,
No,
not food.
Oh.
just hot.
Oh. Oh my God. Don't swallow it.
Oh, I did.
I did too.